If you're watching this, you probably already understand the importance of training your fascia, but not many people know that training isometrics can actually target your fascia and tendons to rebuild and grow stronger. And after years of lifting, I've actually had to resort to using isometrics to build strength because traditional techniques just left my back feeling sore and aggravated. So I'm going to share with you some of the movements that I've been doing. There's 5 movements and each movement has different difficulties to it. And if this is your first time watching, I seriously suggest sticking to level 1 or 2 and see how your body reacts. And you can treat these movements like strength training, where as you get more familiar with them, you will actually be able to progress further up the levels. And if you do these every sort of other day or so, you're really going to start to master them and gaining real strength deep into your fascia and tendons. So the first movement, we're going to be lying on our backs. This one is for the front line. We're going to start by anchoring our rib cage into the floor, by pressing it into the floor and allowing our head to lift. So pressing our rib cage into the floor, anchoring it down nice and solid. And then to finish level 1, we're just going to bring our toes towards our head. So this is level 1. And just holding this here is going to be enough for most people. As you hold an isometric for longer, you'll notice that more and more muscles will activate and switch on, and this is partly to do with your fascia creeping and gripping as your muscles fatigue. Level 2 for this will be lifting your legs off the floor, and then level 3 will be raising your arms above your head, and level 4 will be adding a small rock, keeping all that tension. There is no point in getting to level 4 if you've lost the tension from level 1. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So that was for our front line. This next one will be for our back line. We're going to use a simple glute bridge with a few modifications. So we're going to use that same cue where we anchor our back to the floor, but this time my head doesn't need to come off the floor, so we're pushing our rib cage into the floor, neck in nice alignment. And from here we should feel our abs engage, and only then are we going to lift our hips, keeping that ab engagement. And this is level 1, just holding this bridge position here. From here, level 2 is going to be bringing our feet slightly further in and then coming up onto our toes as high as possible whilst keeping that ab engagement, and gently gripping the floor with our toes and pressing our head into the floor, and hold as our body grips into this position. We might feel a slight stretch on the hip flexors here. That is good. And we hold till our body grips nice and tight. We can use our hands to check if our abs are indeed engaged. Level 3 will be heels back on the floor, abs engaged, and we're just going to march the feet very slowly, allowing each time for us to settle in to the position. And then level 4, if you've been doing this for a while now, is going to be on the toes, marching feet. And again, pressing our head into the ground ever so gently. It's going to light that fascial line up from literally head to toe. Focusing on engaging our glutes. All right, and gently down. For this next one, we're going to be on our front. And here, we can put our head down on the floor. We're just going to again think about bringing our rib cage into the floor, anchoring that in there, and that's going to bring our head up and our chest up. Already, this is level 1 for some. Just keeping in this position is going to allow that back to contract in a nice safe manner. Level 2 from here is going to be raising our hands out to the side, squeezing our shoulder blades back together. Sorry, level 3 is going to be having our arms out in front, really making sure to keep that back in the same position. There's no point in coming all the way out here if we're going to lose that position and tightness. You're welcome to dart between levels like I need to now because that's so difficult. So you can go from level 1 if you need a rest to level 2 and then back to level 1 with the arms down if you need a rest. Vice versa, level 3 and then level 2 if you need a rest. All right, 3, 2, 1 and rest. All right, our next movement is going to be on our side. We're going to use a side plank. So for this, our bottom leg is bent at a 90-degree angle, our top leg is straight, and we're just going to drive our hips forward so our body is in a nice straight line as like we're standing up. So this is level 1. Level 2 will just be raising our top leg and holding it there. And then level 3 for this one, obviously only if you're ready, will be straightening the bottom leg, and then level 4 opening the top up again. But feel free to stick with level 1 if that's the difficulty you need, and you can dance between a few if you need a rest. We're just going to hold this position. Think about a nice tall spine, and again you should be fairly relaxed in each of these positions. If your body's too tight, then you're going to start to compensate. We can bring our bodies to failure just through good technique, allowing all of our muscles to switch on and engage all at once. 3, 2, 1, good. Now, same on the other side. We need to do both sides. Quick recap, bottom leg is bent at a 90-degree angle, top leg is straight out in front. Find a nice comfortable position for the arm. And then we're going to drive our hips forward so our body is in a nice straight line, just like we're standing up. Now on level 1, nice straight body. Level 2, leg lifted. Level 3, legs straight. You can stagger your feet to give you a bit better balance here. And then level 4, both legs straight, leg lifted, but only if you can feel your body engage the way it should. I'm back to level 3. Then I'm going to bring it back to level 2. Level 2. There you go. Now I can feel my body grip. I'm no master at these yet. My breathing somewhat calm. 3, 2, 1, and drop and rest. So for this next one, we're going to be on our feet. We are training the inside line, and my body already feels lighter. So for this, we're going to use a horse stance. Now, the difficulties are easy on this because you can just manage how difficult it is by how low you go into the position. So again, you want to feel your body connect to the floor. If you're too low or it's too hard, then you can just raise up a bit. For the horse stance, you want your feet pointing out or in, whichever one you can handle. I'm going to go out and then knees track in line, so you get a stretch on the inner hip here, and this is really training the inner hips and quads, and we can really focus on pushing the knees out and spreading open our legs and putting a bit of leaning into it a little bit, putting a bit of tension through here, and then our arms should be engaged in whatever way, so you can balance. Nice tall spine and breathe. See, as I feel my body fatigue, I'm just raising it up, just so I can get a really nice quality repetition rather than overcompensating with any sort of muscles having to switch on extra. I want a nice balanced tension through the whole body. All right, and 3, 2, 1. All right, this final move is technically an isometric contraction. Level 1 for this move, we are going to go onto our toes. You're welcome to hold on to something if you want balance. Bring our shoulder blades back and just spring in on our toes without leaving the floor. And then level 2, and we're going to jump on our toes. Whenever we jump, our muscles contract and don't move, and it's our tendons and fascia that we use to bounce, because they are naturally springy in nature. So this was a way to train fascia for strength. If you want to train more for the elastic stretch of the fascia, then check out this video, and you can even tack it on straight to the end of this strength workout to get a really nice, well-rounded 20-minute workout. I'll see you there. Peace out.